Welcome to part 3 of our video. This video is about how to lead a small group. Now, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, I have to be super spiritual to lead a small group. You don't have to be. The beautiful thing about small groups here at Journey is even before COVID, we had all kinds of leaders who are at different parts of their lives who are able to say, hey, I desire to be in community and I desire to cultivate community, and therefore I want to contribute to that and lead a group. So the requirements to be a small group leader really is to be a member. We want people who have been going here, who understand the culture and what we teach here. The second step is really just to touch base with me and have a conversation, but this video will give you a little bit more inspiration. And those of you who are small group leaders who perhaps have watched and been part of our past small group semesters, you have an opportunity to kind of refresh your memory as well. I think it's really important that when we cultivate community, we are saying that we want to create space, we want to embrace outsiders, we want it to be a way that people who don't know Jesus can come into relationship, into community, and is also an opportunity for those who are in relationship with Jesus to grow in their relationship with others and with Christ. I love that in Mark chapter 12, verse 30 to 31 says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your mind, with all strength. The second is to love your neighbor as yourself, and there's no commandment greater than these." This is what the Bible tells us, that we must love our neighbors as ourselves, which means small groups enables us to do that by allowing people who are part of our community. Though we might be meeting virtually, the connection, the relationship is still there. Now I'm going to give leaders on how to lead small groups, talk about two very important things in order to cultivate community. The first thing is to prioritize relationship. Small groups is not just about going through a video series or going through a Bible study or going through a book and just hitting all the questions, but it's to create a space where people can come and have conversation. And sometimes what happens is that we become a little bit nervous and we forget that we're supposed to cultivate community, that we actually begin to think perhaps, oh, I need to talk all the time, and leave room as a leader to prioritize relationship. So cultivating community in the group and also outside the group is so important. When you see a person who's new and who needs a place to belong, you now are going to be a leader who's leading a small group and there's space for them. I think it's important that we schedule it, that we make it happen. What we're doing when we do that as leaders is we're saying that we're prioritizing relationship, we're prioritizing community. The second thing is to promote participation. The only way that we can really promote participation is that we become real. I think that's very important because as leaders, when we are real, we are authentic, we bring people into our lives, there's room for God to move for ourselves and for others, because community is so important here at Journey. And it's not a community of just people that you do know, but it's also, like I said earlier, relationship outside the group as well. Good leaders lead with authenticity. So I want to encourage you to lead with authenticity. And perhaps you've been coming to Journey for a very long time and your work schedule has not allowed you to be part of a group. But now perhaps you have time. With everything being online, you want to lead a group. It's a great opportunity. You can cultivate community. You can be part of a solution to contribute to what's happening here at Journey. So I want to encourage leaders to not just facilitate discussions, but to be present and to be real and to be authentic. And this is how we're able to just even work towards our vision of encountering God and embracing people. We can allow people to grow spiritually. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email if you have any questions regarding how to lead a group. Obviously, there's a lot of technical details and there'll be another video explaining on how we run groups online. However, this video is specifically just for the main things that we thought was very important to come across for our leaders. So the next video that we will have available for you is how to grow leaders. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned.